I have done my best and I thank the President and the good people of Nigeria for their love and endurance towards the past government, says CBN Governor.
He says reports suggest that many people want the deadline to be shifted for reasons ranging from their inability to gain access to the new notes or deposit their old currencies. I must say here that unfortunately I don't have good news for those who feel that we should shift the deadline. My apologies. The reason is because, just like the President had said on more than 2 occasions, and even to people privately, that for us 90 days, in fact we feel is 100 days is enough for anybody who has money or the old currency to deposit the money in the banks. And we took every measure to ensure that all the banks were open or remain still open to receive all old currencies. 100 days, we believe, is more than adequate. We called on the banks. We said, not only are we requesting you to extend your banking hours so that you can receive old currencies, but we're also asking you to keep your doors open on Saturdays. Ladies and gentlemen, the banks did not have any reason to even keep their banking halls open on Saturdays. Neither did they see the kind of rush that they anticipated. There were normal people who came in to deposit money into the banks, and maybe in the course of time, I'll also give you details about how much had come in. So we do not see any reason to begin to talk about a shift because people could not deposit their old monies into their banks. Now, about the circulation of the new currencies, we said to ourselves, the currencies are available. We hold at least 3 meetings every week with the banks. Banks were paying more of the new currencies over the counter to their priority customers, rather than giving it to even some of the weak and small customers, or those who can call the vulnerable.
CBN governor, I've seen as a Nigerian, this is the worst that I've seen, and he doesn't even appear to realize that it's a failure, because if he realized that he had failed, he won't take the step to contest for the presidency. How can somebody who has failed in the way he has failed be thinking of contesting for the presidency? He came in as CBN governor at a time when the naira exchanged to the dollar at less than 200 naira to a dollar. Today, it's in the region of 650, 670. He should be ashamed of himself. He should really be ashamed of himself, because he has failed this nation. Every step that he has taken to address this problem has failed. Every step has failed. But he's hanging on there like the true Nigerian that he is. A true Nigerian, even when it is as apparent as daylight that he has failed, he will still like to remain in office.
Right.
We see in other countries where people believe that they failed their nation, they don't need to be told before they step down. We saw it with Algeria. Their FA chairman,
President Bola Tinubu, has on Friday suspended the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefie, with immediate effect, News Bisparo learned. This was announced in a statement by the Director of Information, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, OSGF. The statement reads, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has suspended the central bank governor, Mr. Godwin Emefie, CFR, from office with immediate effect. This is sequel to the ongoing investigation of his office and the planned reforms in the financial sector of the economy. Mr. Emefie has been directed to immediately hand over the affairs of his office to the Deputy Governor Operations Directorate, who will act as the central bank governor, pending the conclusion of the investigation and the reforms. Interestingly, The suspension of Godwin Emefie comes just a few hours after Page 36 exposed the president for failing to take immediate action against the CBN governor. As soon as he assumed office, over the controversial new narrative.
Nigeria is unfortunately in a very bad situation. I'm not going to pretend about it, in the sense that we are facing problem about productivity output, which is GDP. Luckily, we managed to just come out of it with a hair's breadth, and we are working very hard to see how we can not only have our head above water, but get our waist above water. That is what we are focused on right now. And of course, we're also confronted by issues of inflation and prices and the rest of them. And so for us to begin to see that some people playing some games, trying to come up with overheating this polity, talking about printing of money, I think is very unfortunate and totally inappropriate.